welcome again to Marriage Core Online. Tuesday night is marriage night here at Stonebriar Community Church, and every week we like to share with you a couple or a speaker that can encourage you, share some practical wisdom, and as well just be an investment in your marriage through our program called Marriage Core, as well as our speakers. Now, today is no exception. If you're like us, date nights have been a challenge, if not impossible, next to impossible, just as we've gone through this strange COVID season. But this summer, our marriage ministry is going to be hosting some really fun date night, both ideas and opportunities. And we'll be kicking it all off in June with an event that we're calling Your Best Night In. The great folks over at marriageminteam have put together just an incredible night of speakers and couples and pastors that are invested in marriage along with their spouse. And they're going to be sharing from their stories and how they've been coping, as well as give some practical encouragement and advice. They're going to help us laugh and as well just make some good decisions as we head into the following months and in the future. So we're really excited to share that with you tonight. We just want to give you a quick preview of one of those such couples so that you can see some of the content that we'll have on that night. And we want to encourage you to join us for our date nights that'll be coming out as well here in the next few months as we jump into summer. So take care. Afterwards, all you have to do if you'd like to join in the conversation is click on the link in the description below. There will be one of our facilitators waiting there to help you jump into what we call our open group, and that way you can continue on the conversation if you still would like to talk to someone and get some encouragement and practical wisdom in your marriage. So enjoy the preview, an extended preview, and we will see y'all next week.
We're Montel and Kristen Jordan.
Yeah, we are.
Or
Kristen and Montel Jordan.
Or Kristen and Montel Jordan.
Whatever.
If you're an alphabetical type of person and that's your thing, do that.
Just kidding.
But as you can tell, we've been quarantined.
For a while.
But this is your best night in now, as opposed to your best night out, your best night in. Yeah. And we were sitting here and we were trying to think of how can we be eloquent and how can we put together 3 points to be able to share with everyone, or how can we put together something that's they're just going to be able to take away and be like, oh, they're so enlightened by. Listen, I ain't even put on shoes. We're at home. I'm moving the camera around, but sometimes reality is better than things that can be scripted. And with the incredible leaders that are going to be sharing with you on this evening, we just wanted to give you Montel and Kristen. We got a couple minutes to be able to do that. We've been married to each other for 25 years.
Be 26 in June. In 10 minutes.
To each other.
Yeah.
26.
You got to say that.
To each other. And we've been very, very intentional the past several weeks of trying to balance time for not only God, but time for each other, time for our families, because it's all taking place in the same household.
Absolutely. And the same square footage, at the same time, and there's no reprieve and nowhere to go. So I think one of the things that we've learned is that there have to be boundaries. There have to be places that it's just me and him.
Yeah.
And there has to be times, and it's not all the time, but we have to have a place where we can just be husband and wife and let our hair down and say, hey, this is what I'm really thinking. Hey, this is where I'm really at. And some days are better than other days. And I don't think you have to be perfect. And I don't think that you have to have it all figured out. And the truth of the matter is being your most authentic self in this moment with the person you're supposed to have the most close relationship this side of heaven.
Yeah.
I have to be able to be real and be able to say, hey, babe, today is not a great day.
Today I'm afraid, or today I just need some space, or today I need to be closer to you. And one of the things we found out during this time of quarantine and lockdown and whatever you want to call it, we found out that our kids enter before knocking.
Wait, as knocking. Enter and then knock.
Just walk in and knock.
What are you doing? Why do you knock if you're already in? What's the point?
So we didn't want to traumatize, our kids or anything like that. So we did this thing where our daughter made a sign for our door, for our bedroom door, and it's a reversible sign, and the front of it says Mom and Dad.
Yes.
And it has all our kids' names on it, and when it's green for the smaller kids that may not read so well, it's green that says go. And then when you flip the sign over on the door, it says husband and wife.
Fun facts.
You see what we did there? And it's red, basically saying if you come in here, you will have to pay for therapy later from one of these great leaders that's on this thing with us, because we put the sign on the door that said, don't come in here right now. And we found that this is actually even good for us as husband and wife, because it allows us to be able to say, hey, I'm missing you, or hey, can I get some? Yeah, I didn't say that. They'll probably cut that out. I'm not editing nothing. You can see this is authentic. This is real
us.
deal Montel, Kristen, Jordan.
It's Jesus and Jordans. That's all you get.
Jesus and Jordan. That's what you get. That's what y'all asked for this. Sam, this is what y'all want.
You be careful who you ask next time.
But listen, we're excited because it takes intentionality to make marriage work. And I think in this season, people that are watching even right now are learning that to make marriage work, you have to work it. You have to be super intentional. Like you said, we have to carve out time for God in the morning, because when we put him in at the first part of the day, man, we are finding that you can be inundated with news and social media and drama and what this person says and what's going on here and what's opening up, what's closing down, what's safe, what's not safe, how long it's going to take. There's so much information. You have to determine what's going in you first that's going to combat all the things that may be coming against God's word, because we can't all the time see God's word, because that's where faith comes in. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, meaning there's an evidence of something that we can't see. So I trust God's word over what the government may be saying. I trust God's word over, and listen, I listen to the government. We're listening. We want to be compliant with everything that our leaders and our economists and scientists and doctors, everything that they're saying. But I put God's word in first to give me the discernment to navigate what is truth, what's God's truth, and what's man's truth for the moment.
Yeah. And then the other thing that we've been doing is been careful about what we've been feeding our soul. Right. So that's kind of what he was talking about. But the truth is that what have we been putting in our soul, not only like environmentally, but also us as a couple. Like, it's funny, it's one of the couples that you'll have on here tonight. We've been talking intentionally with our small group. We are leading a small group.
Hey, Ted and Nancy, we love y'all.
We love y'all.
You don't even know us, but we know you, because we've been
y'all.
studying y'all things. So.
So, and it's been super helpful, but putting those things in and putting our mind on those things and allowing something else to feed us is what's been really helpful for us to be on one accord. And the thing is that, listen, there are so many resources and so many things online that if this had happened even 10 years ago, this would have been a disaster. But for us, being able to put some of the goodness on the inside and feeding on that, whatever you feed yourself is what's going to manifest.
So listen, they told us 5 to 7 minutes. We're approaching the 7-minute mark. And so we just want to say thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. You can check out our stuff at montelandkristen.com. We are Marriage Masterpiece. And we really, really enjoy being a part of your best night in 7 minutes. Oh, where's my little button? I'm going to push my button and stop the tape. Watch. See?
I am so glad we decided to take this trip.
Oh, me too.
Why did we wait so long?
You tell me.
This is what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Honey, can you turn that up, please?
Absolutely.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that hilarious and yet insightful preview into our special event called Your Best Night In. that we'll be hosting in June. You'll get a chance to hear from many more speakers and just short, encouraging segments just like the one that you just saw. So again, if you'd like to jump into a conversation and meet with one of our groups tonight, then all you need to do is click on the link below. And if not, please join in next week at the same time, Tuesday night, for another encouraging and practical wisdom video as you work to invest in your marriage. Take care and God bless. We'll see you next time.